I don't.
There's no
I
point of buying a
disagree
new
with
car.
that because that's the manufacturers competing with each other.
Yeah, but I'm not a manufacturer. I'm a consumer, so I don't care.
I'll consume your.
Shut up. Stop it now. Stop the cap. I'm done.
Sounds like it's time to go.
All right, next topic.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to episode 16 of Project Blacklist. This is a disappointing episode, to be quite honest. It's so fucking sad. Well, with me are my co-hosts, Brian and Shahan. Say hi, guys.
What's up?
Yeah, so you can probably tell by the title that the new WRX sucks. Like, it's trash. Every way, shape, or form besides the interior.
You mean Honda WRX?
The Honda WRX. Or, I'm sorry, it's the Buick WRX.
Oh, what?
Yes.
You saw the picture that Brian sent, right?
You mean the WRX Crosstrek?
No. I'm talking the Buick WRX.
Wait,
Regal,
I haven't seen that
Regal
picture.
WRX.
Bro.
The comparison of the rear end between, remember my Buick?
Oh, the
The
Regal.
taillight, the taillights are the exact same. Except they look like a cheap Japanese knockoff version of it.
They look like the fucking Civic taillights, low key, of like the prior gen Civic. You know?
Yeah, it's just so bad. It's so bad. Like, and you know, we were kind of touching on it a little bit before we started the episode. But I just don't understand why they kept trying to get around the fact that it's a CVT transmission.
Yeah. So in the whole like reveal video that Subaru posted, they would call it everything but a CVT because they know that they fucked up anyway. Like, they're trying to hide something that they fucked up on.
Imagine a dual clutch in this.
Fucking awesome.
That honestly, I think that'd be fucking cool. I would buy a manual no matter what. I mean, I would never
same.
buy this thing. It's fucking terrible. But
At
like a
least
dual
make it
clutch,
an enthusiast transmission if it's automatic.
yeah. Like you know, here's the thing: putting a dual clutch into one of these cars opens up the opportunity for so many different things. Like the amount of people that would want to take this as like a drag car. That I mean, that's huge. Having a dual clutch and drag is incredible. That's that's what you want. You don't want a manual and drag if you want to win.
Yep.
So I don't know, man. I just don't understand. You know, we talked about the interior and how we're all in favor of the interior, correct?
It looks good.
It does look good.
I'm
a fan of it.
I think the only bad thing about the interior was the climate controls were like starting to go touch now.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. And
yeah.
you know, what like I'm looking at the design of this right now because I'm looking at a front facing picture of the entertainment center.
Yeah.
Okay. So
where you see where that line is that separates the entertainment stuff versus the climate control.
Yeah, that's all. That's all
cut
one
that
screen.
line. Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying is that where that line is, they should have just made that all hard body, cut the screen off from there, and put climate underneath it. Like, what the fuck? I just don't understand. They're literally. I'm not kidding when I say this. It is literally a hazard to have that many fucking things based around your screen where you're constantly taking your eyes off the road.
Yeah.
Why the fuck is that so hard for them to understand?
Touch feedback just is never going to be as good as a physical button or
It's
dial.
never. No, it's not. It's not. Not unless they're spending ridiculous amounts of money to make it like an actual fucking iPad.
On like haptics and shit. Yeah.
I've talked to someone who has like a new, I think they have a Crosstrek, like the new ones.
Yeah.
And they're like, the screen, like, yeah, it's a little much, but that stuff is at least always on. Like the climate control stuff and everything at the top is always on. The center obviously changes to whatever you have going on. But I think the best thing they could do is just leave it like almost the half and half of like, oh yeah, at least what you need is still going to be there forever.
Yeah.
How do you feel
I'm
about
not gonna lie though, the rest of the interior is nice, and I really like the fucking steering wheel. Actually, I think it looks nice.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how do you guys feel about the steering wheel? I love it.
I think it's just an upgrade over the prior gen.
Yeah.
They finally took some advice.
Yo, the rear seats surprisingly look good. Like the rear seats, I know like it's weird to say, but there's like a lot of aggressive styling and bolstering on the rear seats, and I actually like how it looks.
I had an issue. Huh?
Good on them for the Recaro seats.
Dude, the Recaros look fucking good.
I'm glad they kept fucking Recaro as like an option.
I'm happy that they made it, you know, like half leather, half cloth. I love that.
Isn't
if it's half
suede?
leather or suede, whatever it might be.
Yeah. It's
if it has Alcantara and leather together is a great combo.
I agree.
Because it's not nearly as hot as full leather. Like I had that issue with my
but it's
ST.
still grippy.
Yeah, but it's very comfortable still, and it's, you know, it keeps you in your seat. But you know, that's one of the things, that the problems that I have with my ST is that the seats in the summertime, like, oh my god, I had to put a towel underneath my fucking legs if I was wearing shorts. That shit was brutal.
Yeah, I'm glad they kept the aluminum pedals from the last gen as well.
Same.
Yeah, I'm a fan of that. Honestly, overall, I absolutely love the interior. I would love to be inside of that interior. I really would.
The only
I think it'd be
con
great.
is the climate controls. That's the only con.
The only con is the climate control. That's the only thing that I can see a problem with, and the fact that it's, you know, CVT. But whatever.
Let's go to exterior real quick.
Yeah. Let's go exterior because
all right, man. You know what? We're going exterior. What the fuck is this thing on the back of the car? Like, what's on this? What's up with this diffuser bumper
Subaru
thing?
Accord, Crosstrek.
Subaru Accord. Dude, look, it's so bad.
This is what they tried. This is what they tried. Like, they tried, in theory, their thought process was okay. Their execution was terrible. This is what they thought, though. They're like, new BRZ taillights, okay, and we want the WRX to look more rally.
Because apparently every car needs to have the same fucking parts, but whatever.
Yeah, and then they try to make it more rally by adding the cladding, but oh my fucking god, does it look terrible.
It's so bad.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck that cladding. It's
so bad.
Fuck that cladding.
Like, look, man, I am about... If this was actually a Crosstrek, like, say this was like a new Crosstrek or a new Legacy GT, I would love it. I would love it because it makes sense. This is a WRX. It doesn't make fucking sense. No one is going to be using this car as an off-road car. No one.
So most people might disagree with me. I don't mind the front end I don't mind the front end if it didn't have the cladding.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think the front end is actually not bad.
It's not bad, but my biggest problem with the front end besides the cladding is how unbelievably rounded it is. Like it doesn't seem sharp at all.
Oh yeah. Yeah, where the last gen was sharp, right?
Yeah, the last gen was very sharp and it looked good.
I mean,
they were trying to
one.
You own one. But the thing about it too that, you know, I'm really not a fan of is it literally looks like they took the front bumper of the last gen Crosstrek and slapped it on this car. I don't like that at all.
I can see that.
It looks terrible. I mean, the headlights as well. I mean, the entire front end is literally just a shortened version of a fucking Crosstrek.
You know what I kind of hated in the reveal video? So on the front, well, yeah, but there's like one specific thing that I just wanted to highlight. So on the front wheel arch, like on the cladding, there's like...
Are you talking about the vent?
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Like, yes, there are vents there, and they are according to them functional, but the way that they like advertise it or sell it is like it's groundbreakingly aerodynamic just because of like 3 fucking holes in the cladding. It's literally fucking wild.
Literally have seen that shit in every Porsche since like the 1990s. Are you kidding me? Like, that shit's so old.
Groundbreaking. We drilled 3 fucking holes through the fucking wheel arc. Like, dude, calm down.
It doesn't make any fucking sense. Honestly, you know, Brian, you have a 2013, is it?
Yup.
You have a 2013 WRX.
Yeah, so he's two gens and I'm 1 gen behind.
Yeah. So he's 2 gen behind, you're 1 gen behind. You know, realistically, if you had a choice between, you know, Shahan's version and your version, which would you pick? That's what I want to know.
I've always liked my version, but the hatchback more than the newer ones that have come out.
Yeah.
I actually agree with him. I
agree with that too.
I think with the exterior at least.
Yeah.
I love your generation exterior the most. And
but your
mine,
interior, Shahan, is great.
Yeah, but my interior is like such a good blend of both worlds.
Your interior shits on mine to an unbelievable level. I love the interior of your car.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's really good. So I wonder, I wonder, you know, we've talked about it and mentioned it, but like, what the fuck is the STI going to look like?
Wait, before we even get there, I'm not done with this car.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Here's another astronomically crazy thing that I think they dropped the ball on. They literally added the 2.4 from the Ascent and the BRZ, right? They added 0.4 fucking liters, and we get the same torque and 3 horsepower.
Wait, 3 horsepower? I thought it was like 20 horsepower gain.
No, it's 3. Dude, my car has 268. This has 271.
Your car is 2. I thought your car had like 250.
No, 268.
3 horsepower. You got 3 horsepower.
Yes, 3 horsepower from 0.4 liters. How?
Dude,
and the same torque.
Dude, half a liter is a lot in a 4-cylinder.
Exactly. That's like a fucking
crazy.
That's a huge percentage gain of fucking displacement, and we get 3 horsepower.
That's crazy. But here's the thing, man. I wonder what kind of
tuning potential. Yes.
Is it what kind of tuning potential does it have? But also, is it still a boxer motor?
Yeah, it's the Ascent. It's the motor in the Subaru Ascent, which is like their SUV. Also, yeah, like my big question is, did they purposely tune it super low to make the STI more appealing? I think that I hope that's what they did, so that once, you know, the enthusiasts get their hands on this motor, they just throw like a fucking stage 1 tune on it, and like we're up to like 300 stock maybe. Who knows? Like it might be one of those cases, because I know that for the FA motor, like for mine, that is what they did. Like they underpower, like they undertune the WRX to make the STI more appealing.
Yeah, the FA is a strong motor, man. Like a lot of people buy the car with the FA because of its tuning potential.
It's just this is still considered an FA. It's just not the FA 20.
No, I don't think
right?
it is. I don't think it's an FA.
Oh, interesting. Okay,
I don't think it is. I just read something on it. I don't think it's an FA. But I want to know, you know, when it comes to like, because I've always been I love the EJ. I'm just gonna be honest. I fucking love
the sound of the EJ.
The EJ is great. It makes big power if you put the right parts in it. Like it's a good motor. Don't get me wrong. You can definitely blow that shit up, but the train's gonna go before
Everyone
the
makes
engine.
fun of that motor though, for blowing up.
Yeah, people make fun of it for blowing it up, but the idiots that blow it up are the ones that are revving it out to fucking 8,500 RPM when they know
like a fucking Evo motor.
Yeah, like what the fuck? You're not an Evo. Chill.
I feel like the main thing that kind of like destroys the EJ's rep is the fact that its main competitor was the 4G63. I think people have like that ground, like that base level to compare it to, and I feel like that's what gives it a bad rep. I feel like if the 4G didn't exist, the EJ will be looked at in a higher light.
Yeah, I want to see what they're gonna do, dude. I'm gonna be straight up with you. If they have a 2.4 cylinder, or I'm sorry, a 2.4 liter 4-cylinder in the WRX, and then a 2.5 in the STI, I'm gonna be a salty boy.
Wait, like, have they ever made a 3-liter 4-cylinder though?
No, but I have a feeling that they might make a 2.7, because I've seen some 2.7s recently been coming out in newer cars. So if they come out with a 2.7, I mean, for one, it's gonna sound fucking incredible. It's gonna be a deep rumble, but it's gonna have so much ability for more power. But I'm just wondering if they need. I hate saying it. It makes me feel like an asshole. They need to get rid of the EJ. They just do.
No, I agree.
Move on.
It's too old. It's too old.
They need to move on.
It's too old.
You got to move on, fam.
Or just upgrade the EJ in some way. Like make it do something that just make it more modern.
No, I don't agree. I think they need to completely ditch the platform and move on.
But like, what if they made a modern EJ? I'd be for that.
Yeah, don't call it an EJ.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. That right
rumble,
there, marketing. If they keep the rumble, that's fine. But what I'm saying is, like, as far as, like we talked about, the EJ name.
Yeah.
Like if they
I get you.
What the EJ is, the EJ25, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
If they make it the EJ27, I guarantee you people are going to be like, ew, it's an EJ. Like they're not going to like it. So what the fuck are they going to do?
I don't know. But there's I have one last thing one last big gripe with the WRX, with the new one. Okay, so this generation they're adding a whole new trim. It's called the GT. Okay.
Yeah. What the fuck is the point?
But look, the GT is only available with the CVT.
Mm-hmm.
Are they on meth or crack?
What the fuck is the point of the GT? I don't understand. What does it do?
It's above the limited model.
God, what was that? What was the Evo model that was literally
The only thing it's above the limited model?
Yes. The GT is the highest trim, but it's only available in CVT.
In CVT, suck my cock. Oh my god. Are you fucking kidding me, bro? Oh,
Bro, if you
disgusted.
want the best WRX, you have to get it in a CVT. That's a fucking joke. Dude, that has to be a joke.
Like, oh man, suck it.
That's wild.
Fucking suck it.
Okay, but what do you think is the potential of that 2.4 motor, though? Do you think it's higher than the FA than my car?
I do, and one of the big reasons is just from what people have said about that motor being in the new FRS BRZ, is that the engine is extremely linear NA, and I have a feeling that with it being boosted, it's going to be fucking crazy. I think it's going to have a lot of potential. But again, the car looks like shit. So I don't give a fuck how great the motor is. The car looks like shit. If I don't want to look at it, I don't want to drive it. And vice versa. If I don't want to hear it, I don't want to drive it.
Yo, can we just...
That's the reason I never bought an RS. Sounds like shit.
Can we talk about like all the people who have been trying to like create renders to make this thing look good?
Dude, it's
all
so
they do
sad.
is fucking slam it and put it on wheels, and it's like this thing still looks stupid.
Any car looks better, stands out. I want all the people that make renders and shit out there to know, any car will look better if you stance it out.
If you stance it out.
I disagree because this one still looked like shit to me.
I know, but it looks better than factory.
It looks better than factory.
And that's all they're trying to show.
Shit, but here's the thing, like I don't understand. This is the one thing that all of us have said. And I'm not talking about just us three, but I'm talking to anybody that has even said anything about the car, is the cladding. Color the cladding and then lower it and put some wheels on it and let me see it. But don't just fucking lower it and put wheels on it. I don't want to see that shit. Get rid of the cladding. Let me see it with the fucking colored body and see what it looks like. Because maybe at that point I'll change my mind. The rear end can still suck my cock, but the front end I'd probably like it more.
You know what I think they should have done?
Made it an off-roader at this point.
Yep. They should have made an off-road trim of the WRX, and this is what it should have been. And then they should have had a street version of it, which shouldn't have had the cladding. That should have been paint matched and all that.
Yup.
And different taillights, of course, on everything. Yeah. On all models, like fuck, just ditch the taillights.
Rear end.
Yeah,
just whole different rear end.
Ditch the whole rear end. Fuck that. God, and a hatch model should have been like,
yes, please,
dude,
please, just give me a hatchback.
If you guys have if anyone listening hasn't seen like the prior gen in hatch form, like because they have them in fucking Japan,
it's hot.
It is so gorgeous, so gorgeous,
dude. Oh my god. Oh yes. What?
Also, yo, one thing about cladding though is it's not gonna fade the same as paint over time.
Nope.
No, it's gonna look like shit in 5 years.
Exactly.
In like 3 years.
Yeah, you're right.
Even
depending on where you live.
What if they paint match it? Like, is it still gonna look like shit? Like, is it still gonna fade differently than the actual, the body itself?
What do you mean, the cladding?
Like, let's say they painted the cladding the same color as the body. They would,
that's the thing. They would have to do
fade
a full,
differently, right?
They would have to resurface the entire cladding, and then once they're done resurfacing it all, they would have
so
to
much fucking work.
Paint it. They have to prime it.
Too much work.
And give it that. Yeah, they would have to prime it. Probably prime it again to make sure it's a proper smooth surface.
It's too much work
Sand it all
to
down,
undo what the factory fucked up on.
Clear coat it, and then ceramic coat it afterwards.
Bro, it's
like the only way you can make it as strong as the actual paint that's on that metal body is to do a ridiculous amount of work. No fucking way it's gonna happen.
It's too much work to fix what the factory had already fucked up on, and it's not worth it.
No. Not the factory, the manufacturer. Don't fuck up the little guy, okay? They're just doing their jobs.
The factory.
What?
I don't get. I meant like it comes from factory like that.
Yeah, I get it, but you said that the factory is who fucked it up. I'm saying, hey, it's the manufacturer's fault.
The designer's,
not the factory.
Yeah.
The designer's fault.
You're right.
Leave the little guy alone. They're just doing their jobs.
You're a little guy downstairs. I mean,
Oh wow, that's rude. That was very mean.
I don't like the wheel design either on the car, like the stock wheels.
No, it's got too much going on.
Those are Crosstrek wheels.
Are they really?
I mean, it looks like Crosstrek wheels is what I'm saying. Like,
is anybody else very confused by the way the engine bay looks?
Yeah.
Like I look at the engine bay and I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what I'm looking at. Like I'm so confused.
Wait, I'm gonna look up a picture real quick.
Like, dude, just go on the website. Just go on the website and
I'm on the website.
It has so much going on, but I feel like
what the fuck?
at the same time.
There's so much going on. Like I don't understand what I'm seeing.
It looks cramped as I mean, at least the oil filter is still on top, like the last gen.
Yeah. Like I like that.
I think Subaru also needs to let go of top mount intercoolers. I think they need
Please. They're shit.
It's never going to be as efficient as front mount. Like, keep the hood scoop. That's fine. Just keep it for cooling or whatever. Just give us a front mount intercooler. Like, we don't want the top mount. We always have, like, if you want to make big power in the car, if you want to make like 500 plus or 400 plus, you have to go front mount.
Oh, this new turbo is a twin scroll.
Yeah.
That's how
good.
the last one was too.
Was it?
Yeah.
I didn't know the last one was a twin scroll.
That's why we don't have the rumble anymore. Because we got equal length headers for the twin scroll, for the twin scroll.
Gross. Equal length headers. Disgusting.
You know that Tomei made unequal length headers for my.
It did, and it sounds fucking good.
Yeah, but like you lose a little bit of power, but oh my god, that sound.
I don't give a fuck. Take away the power.
I would do it. I would totally do it.
Fuck yeah.
Because that car is just my daily. I'm not tracking that thing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Imagine getting in it and just hearing the Subi rumble out of a 2-liter. Like,
it's a different type of rumble though. Because like
it's a good rumble still.
Yeah, it's different from the EJ's rumble. Like it's an FA rumble, which is
you can't
awesome.
beat the EJ rumble. That's just iconic.
Yeah, but I want something different, and that's what I'd get.
Didn't they have the EJ in the WRX and the STI in your generation, Brian?
Yeah, it's the EJ20 and then the EJ25.
Yeah, and the EJ20 still sounds incredible.
I love the sound of my car.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely love it.
And now you're going to get rid of it already.
Hey,
are you?
Possibly.
Why?
Because there's other things that I want.
like a chaser
like a 2022 Subaru WRX.
Kill myself.
Oh my god. Dude, why? Okay, so one of the fucking videos that they have on their website is of a kid like in the back seat or some shit.
I see that. What the fuck is
playing
that?
with a fucking little Subaru toy.
But that's
and
like,
it's because their whole thing is like, oh, we're going back to our roots.
No, you're not. You fucked up your roots.
You fucked up your roots. Are you kidding me? The whole point, I'm not kidding. The best thing about Subaru from the years of like 20
Rally?
Sorry, Shahan, but from 2014 to 2000, from 2000 to 2014, those years and those generations, or even like the late 90s with the 22B, the best thing about it is the fact that the car was so versatile and honestly cheap enough made that you could do whatever the fuck you wanted to it, street build or off-road build, and make it do exactly what you wanted. They got to 2015, they made it a straight up street car. You can't do shit with it compared to what you could do before because the car is too damn expensive.
Facts.
And now the new one, what the fuck are you gonna do?
yo, not gonna lie,
I'm driving that shit into a fucking ditch.
One cool thing about, like, again, before like even 2011, those models, right? The value for what you were getting and the horsepower numbers, like all that shit at the time, like I'm pretty sure they were more powerful than like the 3 Series of the time, like in the early 2000s, right?
They were.
Which is savage because they were like, you know, like way cheaper too. So in that time frame, in perspective, that's an insane car to get.
Yeah.
And what Subaru hasn't really done in the past, like, fucking 3 generations is give us a big power gain.
No, it's been linear the entire time.
Yeah,
it's
like,
been what? I mean, the STI's had 330 horsepower for 10 years.
Yeah, and the WRX has had like 250 to 268 to now 3 more.
Three
Like,
more.
yeah, like fuck off with that, bro. Like, look at the competition though. Look at the BMW M series of today now. They completely shit on this thing. But yet back in the 2000s, your WRX was so popular because it outshined it in terms of power and was way cheaper.
You want to know what's fucked up?
What?
You can get like a 2015 Audi A4 with a 2-liter turbo, and it has the same amount of power as this thing.
Is that bad for Audi?
No, it's fucking great for Audi, but bad for Subaru because I would get the Audi over the fucking Subaru all day long.
Yeah.
Is it the same price?
Are you kidding me? Cheaper. You can get those for like fucking 18 right now.
Oh, like used ones.
With low miles. If you wanted a new A4, it's still 40 grand. Nah, fuck that. I don't ever talk about new for new because new for new is just ignorant and it's just stupid to ever talk about. It's not worth it. There's no point of buying a new car.
That because that's the manufacturers competing with each other.
Yeah, but I'm not a manufacturer. I'm a consumer, so I don't care.
I'll consume your...
Shut up. Stop it now. Stop the cap. I'm done.
Sounds like it's time to go.
All right, next topic.
So it's my car spotlight, and I didn't necessarily want to highlight one car. I kind of wanted to highlight a brand and their come up over the last few years. I really feel as if Genesis has done a great job.
Hell yeah.
When they originally came out with the G70, I didn't really know how to feel about it. Like I liked it. I thought it was a little boring looking. And I felt like they could have done better and they could do more. And with the 2022 lineup that's all coming out, they have fucking delivered. I mean, it's still the 3.3 liter turbo engine, twin turbo engine.
The one out of the Stinger.
That you can get in all-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive. And they're beautiful cars. They've completely redesigned the faces of the cars. So they have this super slick front end that's elegant but simple at the same time. And the headlights alone are just it's like a masterpiece of the car. They've really done a good job with it. And the starting price with the 4-cylinder engine is $37,000, which is honestly surprising. But if you put it all the way up to where it should be, where you want it to be, it's $54,000. So, and that's just the G70. Honestly, the price isn't even what I care about. I care about the come up and how well they've been doing and how great their cars look. They updated the G70, the G80, and the G90. And the G80 already had that kind of front end that the 2070 G70 already had. And same with the G90, but they've pretty much made all their cars in a way pretty much very simplistic and identical. The G80 looks like a goddamn Rolls Royce. Like it's huge. It's a beautiful car, but it starts at 74 grand, which is fine, and it comes with 365 horsepower. But again, the G90 is like you're getting driven around in that car. You're not driving it. That's just not what you're doing with that.
The G70, the price for the quality. And like when I say quality, I mean like performance and interior quality. It's insane. Yeah. It's such a good value.
Even just the design language overall. They just did such a good job, and I'm so happy with it.
Beautiful, man. Let's be real.
It's so pretty, man. Like that's if I had to have like a daily driver that was just supposed to be kind of like a normal car, it'd be that 100%. Because it's a fucking sleeper. It's so good.
What about the GVs?
So I'm gonna get into the GVs now. So they updated their SUV lineup too, and they originally just had the G80, but now the GV80. Now they have the GV70 in 2022, and essentially it's literally just like the SUV version of the G70, which is, I mean, by the name it makes sense, but it's just it's so good. It's so good. It has the perfect design language up front. It has a great powertrain as well, just like the other one. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's the exact same powertrain. But they've just come in full force trying to take over. Honestly, the kind of design language that they're coming with, I honestly think they're trying to knock the fucking Europeans out of the like the race. That's what I get when I see these cars. I think they're straight up,
dude.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. You can spend $41,000 on the 2.5 liter turbo engine, which is all-wheel drive for 300 horsepower, or you can get the 3.5-liter all-wheel drive version with 375 horsepower for 52 grand. And standard, it comes with 19-inch sport alloy wheels and a panoramic sunroof.
The rear end though,
so good, so
it
good.
has like
and they've done
giant dual exhaust.
I was gonna say they've done a great thing with the exhaust. That's one of the huge things. Like I like a car that it kind of looks like the Alfa Romeo, the Stelvio, with the exhaust, which I'm totally cool with. I don't mind it at all. But seeing a car like that just comes in full force and just tries to take over the game as far as, you know, how their car looks and performs, I love that. I really do. And, you know, seeing a newer brand like Genesis come in, well, not necessarily a newer brand, but a newer brand to like the American market, really. Seeing them come in and just try and take everything over, I really respect it. And I think in the future, if they come out with like some true sport model cars, I think they're going to kill it even more.
All right, so hold on. I'm looking through all this, and I've seen one thing that I do not like.
All right.
And, you know, we were talking, I don't remember if it was this one or the last one. We were talking about doing a little too much with your technology inside your car.
Does it involve the tablet screen?
No. Well, yeah, first of all, I don't think AR navigation is a good idea, period. I think that's, like, that's super cool. Don't get me wrong. Like, that's an awesome leap in technology. That seems extremely stupid.
Seems dangerous.
Because people are going to not pay attention to the actual road.
Yeah.
Yep.
The other thing is their Smart Touch or their Genesis Touch controller, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
This, to me, and I'm sure like when you're driving, it'll be like, oh, you can't like do the letters or whatever the fuck it's doing. That's cool. I do not like the idea of just that being a thing, period. Like, I don't know. Something about it is doing too much, like, inside the car for me.
So you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. That's one thing I definitely haven't read up on is the AR, whatever you said, the navigation.
Yeah.
Like what is it necessarily? What is it supposed to?
It looks, to me, it looks like it's just like, what's it called? Like actually just a touch controller. You know, it looks like, or not a touch controller. I'm sorry. It looks like it's a camera focusing on the road and it's showing you what's in front of you with the directions like in a video game, like in Need for Speed, how it just has it, like the little arrows on the road saying like, oh yeah, take your right here, take your left here, whatever.
Yeah.
Which is like, that's cool. I really think that's awesome. But nah, dude, I think
it seems like too much.
People right now cannot handle that.
No, people attention spans, especially now, are way too short.
Bro.
Like look at YouTube, for crying out loud. Everyone's starting to make shorts because people don't want to watch their 10-minute video.
I'm saying, I think, John, you and I, we didn't get into it, but we had a little disagreement on like which we thought was a better idea. Somebody using, like, kind of breaking down what they were talking about early in the video, or what the fuck is that? Sorry. Was breaking down somebody talking about like what they're getting into right away versus just watching the whole video. And because you're a content creator, you understand just make it short and simple. Mm-hmm. I think AR is too much for people while they're driving.
Yeah.
For their attention span and their focus.
Look at TikTok, for example. If you're not entertained or if you're not hooked within the first 2 seconds, you're scrolling.
Facts.
Yeah. It's true. And that's the thing. And to bring it back on Brian's point, I think this is going to attract people's attention too much.
Would the actual AR stuff that's showing is that possibly like a vision blockage to, like, let's say there's like a person and like an arrow appears on the AR thing, like would that block that person that it's like behind the arrow?
I don't know, because at least in the video I see that there are people on the sidewalks and it's like the arrow's just kind of going past them quick, you know?
Yeah. Is the arrow like opaque or is it?
It looks like it's a little bit, like you can see through it a little bit. The farther away it gets, obviously, like you see it less. But I don't like I said, maybe it's just for the video. Maybe this isn't how it's actually going to be when it comes out.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, dude. I just feel like
yeah, people
right
definitely
now
can't focus. But with, I guess a counter argument is, if a car has enough technology to have AR in the first place, that car probably has other safety features built in, like automatic braking and all that shit, right?
Oh yeah, this one definitely does. Like if you go through and look at like just the page for the GV70 and GV80, it's like it's got backup assist. So if a car gets too close to you while you're backing out, it will stop itself.
Yeah,
like it's making sure that you might be distracted, and we're gonna try to put as much safety for you. But I also think we need to stop fucking handicapping or not handicapping.
All of that
make a crutch for people. Like that's retarded.
All of that is just gonna make everyone a worse driver.
Yes, if you can't take the time to pay attention while you're backing up your, what did you say this starts at, Jake? 70,000 or 80?
The GV.
Yeah,
the GV fully optioned out is it's like 80 grand.
Yeah, if you can't take the time to pay attention to what you're doing in your $80,000 car, get the fuck out of the car.
Yeah.
Like this is not what you need to be doing. This is not what you need to like. Clearly, your mind is not in the right place to be driving this car. Like straight up, that's how I feel about this.
Yeah, I don't disagree at all. I think if they were to do something along the lines of you know how they have like heads up displays, like my car has a heads up display. If they had a heads up display, I think it'd be a little bit different if it like showed up on the windshield, where it wasn't like totally diverting your attention. But the fact that you have to look down in order to see what's going on, I think that's dangerous.
Also,
it's like looking at your cell phone.
Bro.
They're also doing the thing where it's like, hey, all of your stuff is behind a couple menus. Please stop. Please.
Make it simple. Give me tabs. That's all I need. If I want to dive into the settings for something intricate, then I'll do it.
For the GV70, they kind of mix the screen with the hard buttons for the climate controls, at least. So it's not terrible, but it's also not ideal.
Also, they have this other thing. I don't know if it's on the 80 and the 70 or if it's just on the 80. It looks like it's only on the 80, where there's a section in your center console kind of where you, I guess you can use it to control your screen without touching the screen. But it's like, it's doing too much. Hold on. Let me try to find it again, because literally I clicked off of the complete GV70 thing and I was like, ooh, the technology looks a little extreme.
It's like those hand fucking gestures like that BMW has, where like you like turn your finger and like the volume goes up or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know, but also those are shit.
Those are they don't work at all.
They're not accurate, right? Like they're terrible.
No, they're not. They don't work.
Huh. I don't see it anymore. Maybe I was
like you'll write the letter 1 and it'll fucking put like a J or some shit.
I'm
like
dead.
It's
well, that's what this is also doing. Like
that's just how technology is. Like whenever you implement the first generation of a technology, it's always going to have its flaws.
Fact. Huh. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I was looking at something else, because I don't see it anymore.
Yo, the GV90 is like literally rich people shit. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, dude. The G90 and the GV90 are fucking insane.
Yeah, the G90 I meant. Not the G. There is no GV90.
The GV80, yeah.
Yeah, the GV80. Yeah. But the GV or just the G90 is
the
some
G90
rich.
Is a baller's car.
That's some rich people shit, bro.
You're getting driven around in that thing for fucking sure.
Like, bro. That's
what I'm saying, man.
Like,
that's a
just
sick car.
The wheels alone tell you, like, bro, this is a rich person's car. Don't touch it.
Facts.
Yeah. Oh, like, the big ass fucking chrome grill and shit. Yeah. I'm honestly surprised at the price though. Starts at like what, 75?
It starts at 8. Yes, 73.
I would have expected it to start way higher.
Yeah. I'm not mad at it.
Is this going to be a problem now, because Genesis it seems like they're moving away from like the typical car buyer. You know what I mean?
I think it's okay because they're owned by Hyundai. And like another key thing that I wanted to point out, they barely do part sharing with Hyundai and Kia.
Yeah.
The new GV70 has like all like aluminum, like window switches and shit. Like it's not part shared with Hyundai at all. So, most car brands when they originate from like a base level brand, like Honda Acura or some shit like that. They have a lot of part sharing, but that's one thing that Genesis is doing right. There's no part sharing, or there's almost none, pretty much.
I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, also, I decided to build one really quick. You can
Minecraft?
you can get a 5-liter V8 all-wheel drive
In what car?
in the G90.
That's wild.
Yeah.
What's the highest fucking price for like the fully spec'd out G90?
I just fully spec'd one out. It's 80,700. It's actually barely off of the fucking base.
Dude, that is not bad at all.
No, like if you're gonna get one, get the fucking
5.0 all-wheel drive.
It's called the 5.0 all-wheel drive Ultimate. That's I love that name. That's dope. But you look at it, it looks like a chauffeur's car.
Yeah, it does. And it's not even six figures yet, bro. That's fucking wild. And the rear wheel drive
the fucking Grand Wagoneer is 125 grand. Oh god.
It is?
It's 120 grand.
Is outrageously expensive.
Just get a model plaid, bro. Like fuck that.
Yeah, dude. Get a fucking plaid at that point, please. I would respect you so much more giving up your engine to have a better car. Unreal. Well, let's we've gone on long enough about Genesis, but let's move on to the next thing. And the Grand Wagoneer. Fuck that car.
Jake, this is all you though.
Oh, yes, this is all me. Oh, who's ready for a rant from you, boy? All right. So, I know it sounds really crazy that I'd be ranting about the fact that I got a new car, but right now it is, I'm going to say the date. It's September 9th when we're recording this. The only reason we're recording them, I know we said that we were going to be recording them weekly, but Brian has some stuff coming up over the next couple of months that
he'll be gone.
He'll be gone. So essentially, we're going to be pre-recording all through December as well, November, December, just to make sure we have a backlog of content for you guys to be able to listen to. And
watch. Come back early and we can get back to recording on time.
Yeah, dude, that'd be dope. So as soon as I get taken off of something, you get put on. It's crazy. But so essentially, I bought a new car August 17th. I bought a 2014 Cadillac ATS Premium Performance.
Honda Civic.
Nope, definitely not.
Never mind.
I didn't go with the turbo engine due to the fact that those engines have issues, and GM does not have a good. They don't have a good reputation with turbo 4 cylinders.
Rip.
It's not their forte. They don't know what they're doing. Period. But their V6s are bulletproof. They're fantastic. They're great engines. They're fast. They're strong. They're reliable. They'll last a long time. And I was looking for a reliable car, but something that I knew I was still going to be able to enjoy. And I wanted something a little bit classier too, just because that's more my style. So I bought this car, and it took them a week for them to deliver it to me, as far as like getting it ready for me to come and pick up.
Bro.
So I pick it up. Then following Monday, I brought it back to the dealership because there was trans fluid sitting.
Like transsexual.
Yes. There was transmission fluid sitting underneath the car. And I first found out about this because I brought the car to my mom's house to show her the day I got it, because she wanted to see it. And I left, and she texted me a picture of oil on her driveway, and I was like, fuck. So brought the car back. I told them, because I put the car up on jack stands myself to see what was going on. And the only thing I could see is that there was transmission oil on the pan. I'm like, you know what? I don't want to clean this whole fucking thing up. I'm just going to let them deal with it and let me know what's going on. So when they originally did it, they thought it was just a pan gasket. So they put a new pan gasket in it. I stayed at the dealership for 8 hours. They literally gave me an office in the Cadillac dealership to work out of so I could still work while I was there, which I loved. That was awesome. It was great of them to do. So it's that Cadillac treatment, I guess. But this is where it becomes non-Cadillac treatment in a few moments. So
Honda treatment.
Honda treatment, literally. So I take the car home. Later that week, I was home working all week, so I didn't really drive the car at all. So I went to go get my windows tinted that Friday, and went to my buddy's house. He tinted the windows. I left. He texted me a picture of transmission oil on his garage floor, and I'm like, "You got to be fucking kidding me!" I'm like, "What the fuck is going on?" So I call my guy up at the dealership. I'm like, "Hey, brother, it's still leaking.
Brother,
I got to bring the car in again." And this was over the Labor Day weekend. So I took the car in Tuesday, which was 2 days ago on the 7th. Took the car in, and I'm like, all right, well, keep the car until you guys figure out what's going on, because I'm not dealing with this. I live an hour and 20 minutes from the dealership. I have a job to do. I cannot fuck with this. I can't. Just take the car. I don't care how long it takes. Just fix it. That's all. It's under a certified warranty, so I'm not worried about it. I don't have to pay a dime. But the issue is that there is a massive chip shortage with new cars right now, which most people, I'm sure, that are listening to this understand and know.
Cards.
And graphics
Literally
card.
with everything.
Yeah, with every kind of fucking card. So they were like, we can't give you a rental car because we only have 6 in total. 2 of them are in the shop for people crashing them, and the other 4 are out right now. And I'm like, fuck me, dude. So I'm like, okay, well, can you guys pay for a rental car? You know, it seemed, you know, being that this is under warranty, this makes sense. Can you guys pay for a rental car? They're like, let me see. And they're like, they come back after talking to the used car manager, and he's like, no.
He's an asshole.
And I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like, okay, cool. Well, I'm hoping it's something stupid and I can just pick the car up Thursday or Friday. No big deal. The Enterprise right across the street from the dealership. Not even worried about it. They called me back today. Well, after I called them, and they gave me an answer. So there's something leaking internally within the transmission that is causing the leak. Essentially, they're saying that it might be the input shaft. And just to make you guys remember what I said before with a big single word, certified. When your car is certified used, that means it has been gone through and checked off by a certified. It has been certified. It has been certified as a car that is pretty much fucking new, but it's a used car. So I'm like, what the fuck? There's no reason that this car should have this kind of issue. If you guys knew that, if you guys actually did a proper certification, you'd fucking know. Because it was leaking the day that I bought it, or the day that I picked it up. The day that I bought it and test drove the car, I didn't see any leaks. But here's another thing. The car was leaking. Oh, I'm sorry. The car was driven 70 miles from the time that I went and test drove the car and signed and paid for the car to when I picked it up. So in a week, for some reason, they drove the car 70 miles, which I don't fucking understand. I don't understand why. Doesn't make any sense. If you're doing a service on a car, doing a service check, drive it a few miles, make sure the car is good, and you're fine. Whoever was driving at 70 miles, in my opinion, I have a feeling that's the reason the car's fucked up.
They took a road trip, bro.
Yeah. At this point, honestly, yeah. Pretty much they drove to my house, because that's how long of a drive it is to get to my house from the dealership. It's about an hour and 20 minutes. So I talked to them today, and they're like, this is under certified warranty and everything, so everything's going to be fixed, no problem. You'll probably have the car back next Friday. I'm like, I'm crying. Fuck, that sucks. So I'm like, okay, no, I get it. I understand. You know, just keep the car, make sure it's good, make sure it's fine, and, you know, everything's okay. And the next question I had was, are you guys going to pay for the rental car for the next week and a half? And they're like, let me check. And they call me back 2 hours later, and they say no. So I don't have a ridiculously exposable income where I can spend $600 on a fucking rental car just willy-nilly just because. So I had to return the car today. I had to return the rental car today. And now I'm working from home for the next week and a half because I don't have a fucking car to drive. So moral of the story is, guys, if you buy a car, don't get fucked like me. So, yeah. But honestly, here's my thing: is I love the car. I do. I've the times that I've driven it really pretty much to the dealership and back multiple times, I've loved every second of it. It's comfortable. It's clean. It's got a great sound system. It's fairly quick. I mean, it's a good car. It's clean, and just it's a good base for what I might want to do with it in the future, which is pretty much nothing. You know, I'm planning on doing. I might put some wheel spacers on it, put some lowering springs on it.
You're gonna get judged for that.
And do that's fine. Dude, I'm not trying to do anything crazy with this car. And maybe put like a carbon fiber lip spoiler on it and a couple other small things. But this is not a race car. This is a clean daily driver that looks good, feels good, and is going to last me a long time. Granted, do I plan on having this car for any more than 3 to 4 years? Fuck no. Will it last longer than that? I fucking hope so. So we'll see. But yeah, that's my new car. I got a caddy. Daddy got his caddy.
Make sure that when you buy it certified, that it's certified.
Yeah. Here, like the big problem that I have with the whole certified thing is that when you get a car that's certified, that tag doesn't just get thrown on any car. It truly means that this car is like new and it's been ran through multiple times
in sexual ways. I mean,
okay, I knew that was going to happen. Fuck. And it's a certified car. Pretty much that's what it means, and it means that the car is in pretty much good running, perfect condition. And this is not the case with mine. So I've gotten to drive my car a total of about 3 days.
I'm dead.
In the time that I've had it, and
I've
owned it. I've owned it for 4 weeks. So, yeah, that's or it's about 3.5 weeks roughly.
Damn, you got some shitty luck, bro.
Yeah, dude, the last 6 months have been rough.
Bro, I thought I had bad luck in Mario Party, but this is on a whole new level.
Okay.
Okay. Well, let's move on.
Why?
Because we don't need to talk about my car anymore. It's not that important.
You're right.
So yeah, this is one thing that has pissed me off multiple times in the past with cars that I've gone
Brian
to, like,
was the one that brought this up.
But yeah, Brian, because I have a feeling Brian's had more experiences than me.
Yeah, man. So
yeah, man.
Look, like I've said the last couple episodes, I've been looking at different cars lately. Just because, like, I like my Subaru. There's definitely some other cars I want a little more. So
it's just fun to look at cars.
Sometimes it is just fun to look. But I was looking because I really wanted one. Found a BRZ I really liked, and I'm like, damn, that's what's up. Decent mileage, decent price, not too far away from here.
Uno reverse card.
And it said it was a manual. I'm like, oh, it's lit. Let me keep looking. Let me look through the pictures. And I'm looking, and BRZs, they have like a shift boot with a regular like shifter. But if you look a little bit to the left, you still see the park reverse neutral drive thing.
The Prindle.
Called a Prindle.
And I look at it and I'm like, oh damn, am I tripping? Like, is that really what I see? Like, I looked at it a solid 3 or 4 times. This motherfucker said his car was a manual, and it is very much an automatic.
At least he didn't have a Katana automatic shift knob.
Dude, I would have fucking lost it. But the real issue is,
what you eating there, buddy?
Motherfuckers be posting their cars as manual when they're automatic.
I'm eating a granola bar, first of all.
A granola? I love granolas.
But yeah, dude, people post their shit. Because for one, you know who wants these cars.
Yeah, they post the sports cars as manuals when you look at the damn picture and it says fucking Prindle on it.
And it's like, if you're gonna hide it, at least hide it well.
Yeah, you're not hiding it well at all.
Yeah, just don't have a picture of the transmission lever.
You'd imagine Brian drives out to go see the car, cash in hand, gets in the car. It's a fucking automatic.
Oh,
dude,
my God.
Dude, if that happened to me, I would light that motherfucker up.
I would come back the next day, or I would drive away and act like I left, and then come back and like set the car on fire.
Oh my God.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? This car was in Minnesota.
Oh wow!
So you'd have to drive like 8 hours to get there.
Yeah, you got to drive across the entire fucking state of fucking South Dakota, which is a terrible drive.
It's a boring ass drive.
God.
It's just grass and cows.
Dude, I would have killed this kid.
Oh wow!
Yo, I'm fucking dead. It's a good thing you saw that picture then.
Hell yeah.
No, but like I see that all the time, especially on Auto Trader. And like, yo, I swear to God, the dealerships are the motherfuckers who are the most guilty for this.
Yeah, I literally saw one today, and it was a fucking Wrangler, and they were like, "Oh yeah, it's a manual." And I look, I'm like, "That's an automatic. Why? Like I see the park thing on the dash. Like, what are we talking about?
I'm fucking dead.
He's talking it's manual because of the the drivetrain
Manual mode.
selection. No, the drivetrain selection.
Yeah, you
It's got
kiss my
paddle
ass.
shifters, man.
Oh my!
Dude, my car is paddle shifters, but
That's
it's
what the
not
car
fucking
salesman would
manual.
say.
Dude, seriously.
Ew.
Yeah, dude, it's got paddle shifters, so it's just like a manual. Bitch, shut your fucking mouth. Like, don't ever speak to me again.
Oh my god.
Dude, if a salesman ever said that to me, I don't care how much I love the car, I'm leaving. Like,
Bro,
I'm not
yeah,
buying the
absolutely.
car.
When I got my fucking Subaru, they tried to like talk me into shit, and I was like, dude, I've already done all the research. I know, like, I would just talk over them, and they like shut up because they knew they knew that I knew everything about. Like, I probably knew more about their brand than they did. Like, it was hilarious, bro.
Yeah, I remember when you were going through that process too.
Yeah,
That shit was funny.
I literally just walked in and I told them exactly what I wanted, to the exact spec, to the exact edition from the dealer, and they were like, they didn't even say a word to me. Like, it was just me talking.
I just thought of a missed opportunity that we had for the last episode.
What?
Shahan, you were buying your car from a different country.
What car?
The WRX, weren't you
Oh
still?
yeah. I was deployed during that time.
Yeah, dude, you were deployed at that time.
Yep.
I forgot about that because I remember
that car
you
was
kept,
brand new. So
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
obviously it's
you
a little
kept
different,
texting-
but still, the
you kept
fact of, like,
texting us like updates and shit, like saying,
Yeah.
"Yo, this is what I'm getting,"
Yep.
and I kept telling you no. I kept telling you get something used.
because weren't you talking about getting a Type R at that time?
yeah,
Dude, he was. I kept telling him, "Do not get the fucking Type R. You're not my friend."
because
I'm like,
that was when the Type R first came out that year. That was 2018.
you
That's-
were
yeah.
so willing to spend 40 grand on a shitty Honda, and I was like, "What the fuck
Yo,
is
they're
wrong with
still marked up today. It's fucking wild.
Yes,
especially
they are.
especially the anniversary edition, dude."
Fuck that noise, dude.
anniversary
That
edition
yellow
was
one
like
is kind of
50K.
clean though. I don't know if you've seen the yellow.
I have. I
Type
don't
R.
like it.
I like it. I mean, you don't like Honda in general, so
I don't mind. I don't mind the color. The color is actually a good yellow.
I
but
love
hate the
yellow
car.
with red seats. I don't know why. Isn't that sexy? Yellow with
I don't
red
mind
seats.
that. I don't mind that combo at all.
But yeah, I was glad I got the Subi because all-wheel drive. Obviously, it's just
Better.
yeah. But I still wouldn't be against owning the Honda. I'm glad that I picked the WRX over the Honda because one, I save money, and two, I have a better platform for the long term. You know, so
Yeah.
That's true.
Absolutely.
I love the way your Subi is built right now. It's just super clean and simple. That's the way I would do it. The way you have it is exactly how I would do it.
And at first, I wanted a wing, but I don't think I want a wing anymore.
You got to get a duck bill if anything. I don't think you're.
Yeah.
I don't think
It
your
already
build
has like a small little one on there, so
Get the carbon fiber trunk one.
maybe.
Completely replace the trunk.
I don't have any other carbon bits on my car, so maybe like
can
if
get
I do a hood, then I'll do the trunk too. But
Yeah.
And then do carbon fiber wrap on the roof.
true, that's
You
possible.
could.
Absolutely.
I still want to
not.
wrap my car
I
yellow
was
though.
joking.
Do you actually want to wrap it yellow?
Yes, I want to wrap
Why
it.
don't they come in? Can't you get them in yellow?
No,
I don't think so.
yellow's not an option. I want to
really?
I want to wrap it in yellow. I want to have black wheels, black mirrors, black roof, and then I wanted to get like the APR wing in black.
Do you want to get yellow or red Sparko seats?
I already have my red Brom seats. I just haven't put them in. Yo, honestly, dude.
You have that?
Yeah.
I thought they were for the 3000.
No, I have black suede seats for the 3000.
Ah, that's right.
Yeah. So
That's
you have pretty much like a full car set of seats.
Yeah,
Just sitting here in your fucking condo.
I just barely have any time for car shit anymore, and I kind of hate it.
Fair.
But
I feel like you could make the time if you really wanted to.
yeah, it's just so fucking hot and humid out here.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna start cooling down in a month
Yeah.
over there.
Once
so.
it does, I think I might do the seat install in the seat. It's just so for the driver side, or no, for the passenger side, it's such a bitch to do the seat install because there's a sensor, there's a passenger occupancy sensor.
So do you have to
to
like,
take
code
that
it
out. Yeah, you have to like take apart your like stock seat, take out the sensor, and then you have to like attach it or like somehow jerry rig it up to your new seat so it works. Otherwise, you get a warning light, and your airbag doesn't work anymore. So if you want to install it the right way, which I want to do it the right way, I have to go through all that work.
That shit.
Yeah, no, but like I'm doing it the right way. Fuck that, I'm doing it the
That's
right way.
fair. No, I would do the same thing. I get it. just time consuming.
Yeah,
I understand.
But the driver side is easy. That's just plug and play for the seatbelt, and that's it. So I could technically change my driver's seat to the red suede, but what's the topic again?
I was gonna say the same thing. How are we looking on time? I think we're doing pretty good.
We're at 59. We're good.
I think we're good.
Perfect.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for listening to episode 16 of Project Blacklist. We will be back next week, so we'll talk to you later.
Peace out.
Bye.